What's up, guys? Most of you probably are thinking, where should we go now on Bitcoin? And in my opinion, there's a high probability that we are going up. Why is that? Look at the volume here, which was at 11th of January. The volume here was the highest volume since our dips in March. It was 13th of March. We all remember that panic when the world just get an information about the virus and it's getting really serious, and that was the highest volume we've seen since the previous peak in 2017. Right now we have such high volume, and that candle shows that there was a huge high buying activity. So someone just pick up the bitcoins from around 30k. What it indicates? It indicates that there's still high demand on Bitcoin, and I think that someone who bought here is willing to sell it much higher, and it could be 50k, 60k, depends how fast we can grow. What would confirm that? I think if we go above 40k, let's say above that candle, if we will be able to go above, bounce back, and then straight to 50k, that would be in my opinion right now the most probable scenario. The second one is also possible, that we can move back a little bit to the trend line, somewhere around 33, 34k, and then from that point we'll go higher. There's a negative scenario, of course, which is, I think, less possible if we take into consideration that high volume and that candle, that we can go lower and we can pass that trend line here, bounce back, and go straight down. And I think that first target could be 24, 25k. That scenario is, for me, less probable right now. Let's go further. How about Ethereum? Ethereum also have the same pattern. We have also seen that very high volume, and its buying activity was enormous. Maybe not that enormous as it was in Bitcoin, but look at that. It was also the highest volume since our dips in March. So take it into consideration that someone has bought a lot. It was huge exchange between owners of Ethereum. It could be some institutional money, it could be some pure investors, but such volume is something which we cannot pass just and don't care about it. I think scenario for Ethereum is also similar, because for me 200 to 2k is very, very possible. I don't rather see chance to go lower without any hard, let's say, market condition, which could be, I don't know, maybe some kind of war, but I don't expect it. What is very important also, and what we should take into consideration, is index of the US dollar. That's very important. It's highly correlated with markets, with cryptocurrency market, which is also one of financial markets, and we have always remember about that. That's not something not correlated with markets. It is correlated, and it's rather known as market with high risk. It's a risky market. Look at the chart. We have a highs on dollar, and when it was March. It was March, the middle of the March, when we had that dip on Bitcoin. You see how it's correlated, and after that there was some kind of correction, a downtrend starts, and when it stops in August, everyone remember what was in August. It was the high of that altcoins mini bubble. It was August, and right now we are at a very important place where, look at that, that was 2018. If we will be able to move down, that will indicate the massive altcoin rally, and as well Bitcoin and Ethereum. So what's important right now? Right now that we are on the support level of the lows from 2018. This is the overbalance from that downtrend, and look at that. Here we have a moving average. It looks like it's gonna cross the top of that overbalance, which will provide us very strong resistance level. What I think it can be, we'll see a week or two, and dollar will get some strength. We'll go here to that level around 92, and after that we'll start moving slowly down, which could start the massive rally on altcoins, on Bitcoin, and the target after that could be, I think, 84 even. That would be massive dump. But look at that, there's no resistance right here. This is the no man's land. So you have to watch that chart. This is very important. This is chart which rules the market basically. When there's a panic on the market, when money is going out of the markets, and it doesn't matter if it's stocks or gold, always in that case dollar is getting strength. You see the highs, the moment of panic here, March, and I hope that we'll move back to the downtrend after reaching that point. Why I don't believe in dollar itself as asset which will gain traction and start moving up? I think that the policy of US government, especially what Biden said about stimulus package and other stimulus package, which will be higher than the previous one, plus we have a QE programs where they are just printing money. So I don't see any option for strength of dollar, unless we'll see another panic like it was in March. But I think it will be a lot of harder to make such panic right now. We are a little bit used to the COVID thing, and I don't see any option about that. Maybe some kind of war, but hope not. Another chart which I want to show you is Bitcoin dominance. As we see here, we have that massive spike on Bitcoin. It was January, and after that altcoins start getting some traction. Here we have a short-term trend line, which was just crushed by that Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance is getting lower, and I think that it's not the end of the correction. We can go lower till the levels, let's say somewhere around 60, 65. I think here's the bigger trend line, which could be also tested. So take it into consideration that together with that chart, I think that we will be bouncing somewhere around here, and the most major move will appear when we bounce back from that levels, and after that I think that it could be a great time for altcoins. Let me show a couple of them, just in my proposition, which I think they are quite good, even very good project. First of all is Bluzelle. Bluzelle is basically decentralized database. They are working on the project since many years. I highly recommend you to check it. Right now we are trying to move from the consolidation, and what it may appear is I think that we can go higher, bounce back, and the rally start, and it could cover the scenario which was written by me right here. Like, it could be a week or two since we get to that point, and that week or two maybe some bouncing up and down around that levels, and after that, after we reach that level, we could turn back, which will make a trigger for altcoins, for the crypto market, and we'll see a rocket to the moon. Like, everyone wants to be in that rocket. So try to use that time which left, I think, to prepare to search for a good quality projects. I will also try to prepare some materials about my topics, and cover all of them also separately. So if you want to know my picks, if you want to stay with the channel, so please subscribe and leave a comment which your recommendation are. If you want to make me an analysis of your project, also leave a comment. That would be very helpful. Another project is Fetch.ai. They are trying to make a marketplace for artificial intelligence, which could be, I think, the massive trend in 2021. There are a couple other projects related to that trend. I think AGI Singularity could be also very profitable. Here the situation is a little bit more major. We see that we have moved above that consolidation. Here was some correction a little bit deeper than I was expected, but still. And what we have seen in the last days, again, very high volume. We are moving up, which could happen right now. I think there's a possibility of a little bit calm down, and again after that, if we see another high volume, another hammer candle like it was here, that would indicate that the rocket will start, and Again, that project is right now around 170 17th on market cap, so it's not hard to pump as well as Bluzelle. Bluzelle is around 350, I think. So I think it could be a gem. So on projects such like Bluzelle or Fetch, it's not hard to make a 5x, 10x even, especially if we have a project which is around 20 million, like it was in Bluzelle. And one last project gonna be Ethereuem, so Cosmos. Cosmos is a very interesting project. It's the project where a lot of good projects are based on. I didn't even know that before this year. For example, there's a Binance chain based on Cosmos. There's Anchor. There are a lot of other projects which are built on Cosmos ecosystem, and the community of the Cosmos is very active. Cosmos is considering as some kind of competitor to the Ethereuem as well as Cardano, but the Cosmos market cap is way lower than Cardano, and of course way lower than Ethereuem. It doesn't change the fact that it's a very good project. It's a very good project. I think it's in case of development, it's top 3 as Ethereum competitors. So as I've heard, the community is trying to get some incentives for the holders, so it may occur in the future that the Ethereuem tokens will be needed for, I don't know, some kind of airdrops. They are trying to achieve something which was achieved by Polkadot. They were trying to get the traction, and I think that it could be a mini trend about Cosmos based projects. So it's just an indication from my side that it's worth to keep an eye on that. We have just moved up from that channel, and look at the volume once again. You have to always consider a volume in your analysis, because volume shows you the money, shows you where the money is. If the volume is high, it means that someone put a lot of money on the table and it was consumed. In that part, someone just put a lot of money on that move, put the money on the Cosmos basically. So we are moving up. It's a confirmation of the uptrend, and if you want to try to play up, it's quite hard to try to catch the trend right now. I would rather suggest you to wait for some type of correction. It could be around $7, maybe $6.5. That I think would be a good point to try to entry. Also try to find confirmation of that level, not just put an order blindly without looking at the chart. Just wait for a chart, wait for a confirmation, wait for a hammer candle, for some buying action, like it was here, like it was here, for example. Here's the very descriptive buying action, but the range is too big. I think we should act faster. We can also go on lower time frames, 4 hours for example, and try to find something like it was here, like it was here for example. I think it could be the last chance. It could be the last chance to go, like say, up somewhere here and then just rack it. That's my bet. That's how I see the market right now. If you want me to analyze something else, other projects, and if you have any suggestion about the channel itself, where it should go, let me know in the comment. Please leave a subscribe, leave a like if you like it. I will try to prepare my top picks for 2021. It's gonna be 5 to 10 altcoins, which I will describe, and there will be also the series of a review of each of them separately, more specific review. So I hope that it could be helpful for you. For now, stay tuned and take care guys, all the best.